Now, this gentleman, now you, your question. I put it at 2.8 and shoot. But at the same time, wherever I focus, like Mr. Sorry, I forgot your name.
Karunanidhi.
Karuna.
Karun.
Karunanidhi. Okay. Karuna. Sorry, Karuna and Shankar. You focus on Shankar and you have got a good picture at 2.8 at 1/50th of a second. But this gentleman, Shankar, is also in the way. Is blur. Right? Is blur. But at the same time, you say that no, I want to capture both the people over there. So you'll put it on your F8 and all that, and it will be 1 second. Right? Because of the low light and all that, then it will be 1 second. But why it is low? Because you have changed your aperture to f8 or f16 or something like that. And then you will focus. What you will focus? You will focus in order to get a good picture. You won't focus him. Sorry, you won't focus him. Neither you will focus that gentleman. But so just move a little. Just move. Go little gap. Right. You will focus here. You will focus here. See, sorry, that is. He wants this picture, and this picture to be clear. So he will focus just little away from the first one. As soon as he does that, you do that, and your camera is also steady and do that. You get both in sharp focus. Both in sharp focus. Or you have to say something. You will just get an idea. Radhika, I hope I'm not taking your time. Sure. I'm just driving out. I also get excited with all of this wonderful people, awesome people of Pakistan. Thank you. And you have cameras. Right? When you focus here, you are not very sure that the focusing will be here too. So, what you have to do is, this is the subject, just take this part, and technically I forgot the name. You don't focus here, you focus here, and then for front, little back, you can focus. But if you focus here, right, then from here, it may drop here. So you are taking the distance.
This is with aperture wider.
No aperture. Whatever aperture, the say f16 or f8 and all that, you are taking that. Anything. Suppose your shutter speed is, as you will say, very good light also. And there are products to be shot. Now, take this up. There are products to be shot. Everybody can see the difference. Which lens is something like that. There are all those products here, there, and all that. Okay? Now, you're covering everything from your camera. It's from here to here. But when you're seeing from the camera, it says that it's absolutely sharp. Right? So, you're going to show because it's a product photography, and you're going to show, say, at aperture 16. Just because you are at 16, don't think that this will cover this. You know why? Because distance also plays the important part. You know, more closer you are, lesser the depth of field. You go behind, then you will have a greater depth of field from the point you are focusing. At the point you are focusing. Now, so what you do is, if there is a gap or something like that between your two subjects and you want to see the oh, I must take everything sharp focus. So what you do is just 1/3. Focus it somewhere here, 1/3. Therefore, the depth of field will go from here to here. Your focus here is just 1/3. Just 1/3. Now, at the same time, why you have to be very careful? Because once somebody is saying, and not only that, that 1/3, even though if you have done it, nowadays you have the depth of field button, which you can see, which will become a little darker. When you press that, your image will become darker. Sometimes in a very low light condition, you can't see. So you will have to experiment it also. So when you do that, you get that, and you can check your what you call the depth of field, and then you shoot. Suppose if the depth of field is not there, you move your camera and go to a greater distance. When you go to a greater distance, then it's all right, and you can crop it, and you have a good picture. I think I have also, by the graciousness of our Mr. Arvind Aki and Doctor, they selected some of a few pictures which were, of course, a few pictures are of this what we call a professional job where I was paid, but they are all unprocessed. But still, you will get an idea as to how I have shot. So maybe at your lunch break or so, they may put it on a slideshow.
Yeah.
And if you get one picture in your mind, and if you want to talk, I will certainly talk on it. Because he has done it such a way that it will be a slideshow also, and at the same time, if you need a picture, you can 1, 2, 3, 4, you will go on pressing this button. I hope your finger.
Yeah. Got it.
I hope your finger won't be bruised or something like that. Alright, thanks. So you understood this? The distance plays the most important part. Your captain is F16 and I have 32, and you say I'm taking a picture from here, and you even if you focus as 1/3, this will be out. That's how it is. So you have to go behind. And what I was about to tell you because tell me now. Anything else? Am I very clear?
Yeah, this part is okay. Then what about the focus and shutter speed? How do we manipulate that?
That is because of the light. Exposure. You know? You want to make your hand steady, open up the aperture, you see for yourself as to what your camera shows the shutter. 125, go ahead, shoot. As soon as you take your from 2.8 to 8 and all that 125 will go down. 155, 160, 138. As soon as it goes 138, forget it. Handle, forget it. But if it is very necessary in order to take a picture and you don't want to miss the picture, like photojournalism. In photojournalism, you just take a camera and take a picture because it is going to come. Whether it is sharp or not, the people will recognize who is this, who is that, what all that. People will recognize. Help it. The world's best pictures were taken and they were all unsharp. And they were Magnum photographers. Magnum was the club introduced by Cartier-Bresson in France. They were being invited. You cannot become a member. People will be invited. You must say some good photographers of see what you call of the Second World War also, and you will see a very famous picture of the beach of Normandy when American soldiers were just coming from the water and the Germans were so it is blurred, but it's the world's best picture. It's a blurred picture, but it speaks. Always remember another thing is that picture, when you take a picture, no caption is required. And if there's no caption is required, then it is your picture. You know? Don't have to say, oh, this fellow was riding and he was jumping and all that, and caption and all this and that. No. The picture must speak itself. Another thing is, you people do have cameras, you are shutterbugs, alright? Or we may call it trigger happy. I was very good with my 6-shooter, trigger happy, just at random, never on a target, it goes on, right? But always remember one thing is, the picture if you are going to take and it should speak. Another thing is, anybody can take a photograph. Remember this. Anybody can take a photograph. I can't hear you. Photograph. But to make a picture, it requires talent. So what you have to do, don't try to take a photograph. Try to make a picture. Take your time. The world is yours. Take your time and make a picture. Because to make a picture is difficult. It's not a photograph. Anybody can take a photograph. That's okay. But you make a picture. But that moment you must capture it. Then you forget whether, what I must do technically. 2.8 and my shutter was low and all. Forget it. Shoot. Get a picture. Right? So, we come to an understanding that a photograph is not something like that it should be a sharp, very good picture, good lighting and all that. No. The beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. If you are going to capture something, you are speaking something. You know? Like there are subjects also over here about street photography and all that. When you see something, just shoot. Now there, suppose if it is even in a competition is there, and you are given your photograph, right? You have given a photograph for the jury. Jury, if they are very good and the judges are very good, they will not see uska lighting barabar. Sorry, indeed nobody knows that. Okay. So, but the lighting is not that good. You should have been a backlight and this is a little dark and all that. No, they are not going to see that. If there is a good jury and if it is a street photography, then they will see what you have captured, the way you have done it. See, it's not that it is not sharp. Even though it may be an unsharp picture, it is accepted and you get a first prize. So the other fellow, like this Pacey Doversion said, oh, my picture was very great. Yeah, it's so sharp. The jury is a humbug fan. Why did he give the picture first grade to that person? Is absolutely unsharp, no lighting and all that. See, my picture is very good. No, that's not the attitude. It's depends upon, as we say that old saying, what is that? The beauty lies in the eye of a beholder. Right? Good? So, I can see that all young people and with good cameras and as the lady, this one, what's your name, he said? Aishwarya. It's such a beautiful name, Aishwarya. How do I forget it? Anyway, Aishwarya said, the one which you have it. So, the equipment does not matter. Nowadays you have mobile also, and the mobiles are also very good capability and ability to take good pictures. It's one of your best cameras. You are capturing the moments which will live forever, almost live forever. Say maybe 100 years, Your great grandchildren will also know it, and oh, what is it? There, blah 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 blah. And all. Right? Huh? Okay then. I think Radhika, you can take it up. Anything else? Ladies and gentlemen. Huh? Les messieurs et les femmes. Where did they take it from? Yeah? And you are? Sorry. Anything else, sir? Please. Come on, tell me. I must give you one instance. Long ago, even though I was not earning, and we love to take photographs, So, went to the mountains and took a nice snow-capped mountains, you see. And somebody by the name was, I think, what was that? Milkmaid. The condensed milk. Milkmaid. That had. So we selected our transparency. Oh wow, this is good. It's nice. At the bottom there is green and a snow-capped mountain. Absolutely good. Yeah. Perfect transparency. Perfect, absolutely. So we wanted to give them because he wanted to give us. Suppose if the transparency was selected, they would have given me 3,000 rupees. But we selected all the time and we wanted to show. Fortunately or unfortunately, the one transparency was little washed out. There was not much of white. You can see the mountain, but no texture, nothing, you see. So that was also there. He projected it, crack, and oh God, it was a shock to me that how did this transparency came over here that washed out, no texture, nothing. Then he went on to another one and then again he came back to that one. So, we got our shot. Is that what shot? That absolutely useless transparency. I got 3,000 rupees. So from that day onwards, I have nowadays it is all what's it called? Digital. In my hard drive, even though if it is an unsharp picture or if it is an absolutely washed out picture, I don't delete it. An experience, no? Experience from my negatives or what you call my old cameras. You see, then no, somebody will use it. Who knows? Okay. Anything else? Baba, tell me.
They quickly put a picture. They have put, that what is a good picture, how to compose a picture.
No, but the composition also depends. Now, yeah. I will give first prize to everyone. Whether it is a bad picture, whether it is a good picture. Why? My policy, you may call it, or my you have taken the trouble in order to take that picture. Yes, if you want to learn something, if you want to learn, there will be known as a healthy criticism. Now, what is that healthy criticism? Because you have taken a picture. Well, I don't like it. But I will say, oh, this is sorry to use that word. Oh, a shit of picture. What is this? You do not know how to hold a camera. No, you are discouraging. I'm discouraging the person who has taken the picture. So I will tell him, if I was in your place, I would have taken like this. Why don't you try it this way? And the fellow does it, and he said, great. He said, this is alright, good, because you have taken the trouble. The one person who has taken the trouble of taking a good picture, but he was not knowing the lines as to how to take it. So once you show him, there you are. So always I used to say, please do not make me jump, and I'm not qualified. And if you make me jump, everybody will get a first prize. Without even seeing the picture. Anything else, ladies? Gents?
I don't know whether it's too technical a question or not.
Yeah, if it is technical, and if I know it, I will give it to you. If I do not know it, I'm very honest. One thing is bad in me, I don't bullshit. Because there are people in my life which I come across when they do not know. But you people, they think, oh, I'm a great photographer, I'm a great guy because I'm saying and that. So you will take my words as a gospel truth, isn't it? So I'll bullshit you. But later stage, when you will come to know that, oh, what is this? This was all wrong. So it's better to be proud in order to say, if you know, you say. If you do not know, finish. Don't bullshit. Or else I'll say, I'll find it out. And believe it or not, sometimes, I find it out and even I deliver the message by saying, see, I found out from this, and I found out this. In my home, I have a photographic, what you call encyclopedia. Not only one, encyclopedia. So I can always, oh yeah, this was a question. I was not doing it. I write it down. Tell me.
So there is an option of doing select focus
Yes.
to be able to get a crisp image of the object that you want. The crisp image of.
That's not technical question. That's practical question.
Okay, thank God, I'm making a practical question.
Very good.
That the surrounding leaves or whatever it is,
Blood.
you want it blurred and you want this crisp. What
Good.
are the ways to?
Very easy. You open up your picture. Even though if it is your this what you call your speed goes to 1,000 or 8,000 or whatever it is, help with the speed. Take the picture. Focus it, take the picture. But at the same time, I'm sending over here, these are the people. I'm sending over here because you take one picture and just listen. They go blur. But if you are here and I'm sending here, and with the same thing, same aperture and all that, then listen. This Mr. Aki will come in the picture also. So that when looking at a picture, people will think, who is the model? Me or that Aki? So you have to be careful. As I said, you can write it, no? Just take the open aperture. So it will blur whatever it is. Distance plays the most important part, whereas your focus is in concern. Sometimes I have a slur because I have 2 strokes. But by the grace of Allah, I'm okay. So sometimes I get a slur because sometimes some words also, you see, they'll be something like that, So it's a practical thing.
Then what would you do with the
Loud, people was also here. Can you hear?
Sorry.
No.
What would you do with the ISO? Would you have a preference?
And that's very easy. Very easy. As I explained to you about ISO. You want a nice, good, clean picture which you want to blow up. Not knowing that how it will be processed. So safer side, the lowest ISO. If it is 64, shoot at 64. If it is 100, you shoot at 100. And some of the digital cameras, they do not have 100, they have 200. Am I right? So 200.
Even
Good ISO. That's all.
In this situation also a lower ISO is
Yes, but then, as I said, steady. Everything should be steady. Simple. That's not technical. I'm great. See, I solved the problem. I'm great. Sure? Just very clearly. Now you experimented and then show it to me. I'm here for 2 weeks. So anything you can just give me a call. And I'm a very expensive guy. So I will charge you when you come. A cup of tea on the street, not in any hotels or something like that. Like doctor took me for a nice, good, what you call, which coffee it was?
Near the Secretariat building. Coffee bar.
Not that. That's very expensive. The street one is good. I'm very expensive, so be careful. Alright, everybody heard me now? So anytime. Give me a call. Even if I'm in another corner of the world, I'm always ready to help my colleagues, no matter what they are. Next. Any question which Radhika will slap me out now? Okay, is taking over. What is it? Radhika?
Any more questions for him?
Yes, there is one
There's
question.
one, there's one. He's quietly coming up.
Quietly coming down. I don't know go steady, steady. Quietly coming down. Go steady. Yes.
When should I go for autofocus or manual?
Just now I explained to you.
Autofocus or manual focus? Which should I prefer?
What's it? Say it loudly so that everybody can hear and say, if I don't understand, somebody will explain to me in the other way.
Autofocus is the horizontal vertical focus side of the camera. Actually, manual focus, we actually focus.
Oh, yes. Okay.
When should I, situation, I should go for autofocus?
Very good question. Yes. Very good question. Which camera do you have? No. Canon, digital. Right? Digital. So you have an aperture priority and autofocus. Autofocus. See, we'll talk about the autofocus. When you want to autofocus and then. Huh? So if you point a camera, you want to take this people over here. But in order to take these people, you want this writings or some poster is there. Okay. So you will put it, your camera is on autofocus. Right? But as soon as you try to click, your lens will move because it's not focusing. Shoo. Why? That you know the reason? No. It's trying to focus, but why the lens is moving up and down? You can't shoot because you can't even press the shutter. So what do you do? Oh, why it is first? First you tell me why. Huh?
It confuses the.
No, confuses. That is all. Why it confuses?
Because of the distance. Doesn't know what to focus.
Huh? Because of the? No.
There is no contrast.
Too many
Hey, who is that? Who is that intelligent?
Yeah.
Who is it? Who asked you to talk here?
Okay, I'm sitting down.
I'm the professor.
Sorry, sir.
You want to take my place. What is this? Good. Anyway. Now, yes, already. Now again, say it, please. Say it.
Contrast.
Contrast. Because at that moment, when you are pointing, there is no contrast. If it is black, no contrast. White, no contrast. Then what you do, right? What you can do is manually you have to focus. As soon as you have kept it manually, let your aperture priority will be there. Manually you focus these people and your focusing point is on that white. But you focus them, crack, get it. Salt? I'm good. Hey, doctor, I'm good. Call me once again.
So, can you tell what is a good composition? Because many.
Hey, you're not a student. You don't
No,
talk to
I am
me.
a student only.
Acha, he says that's a very good question. Now, in composition is concerned, it is the way you see it, actually speaking. The way you see it. You like it, okay, fine, you like it. Maybe some other people may not like it. Have you heard about Ansel Adams? Anybody? Oh, then you people are not fit to be over here.
After this
Edward
class,
Weston.
after this class, we get.
Ansel Adams was a great pictorial photographer and he had given known as the zone system. Do you know anything about zone system? I think I'm sorry about cutting this. I'll go on and on.
There's no problem together. There's no problem. The flow is nice.
Go ahead. Zone system means there are zones from 1 to 10. And in 1 to 10, you please now, because as you know it, I may not be that good, but go to your this what you call internet and all that. Say zone system in photography, and you read as to what it is. Okay? Because nowadays it is available. Maybe I do not have Google. What you say? Google. But if you write Pacey on Google, it says they are trying to find me. Alright? So, in the zone system, they are very great photographers. They are the masters. And sometimes I used to say, oh, I was a student. Edward Western and Ansel Adams. You know, like what is it in Mahabharata or something like that? Somebody with a bow and arrow, he couldn't say, so he kept the statue of the Guruji and he. Like, something like that, whatever it is, it was something like that, Alright? So, you must know the zones. Zones means it comes from 1, 2, 3. Then the 1, 2, 3 is blacks with no detail. 1, 2. 3 blacks but with some details. 4, okay. 5, zone 5 is the Kodak gray. It is known as 18% gray. So Kodak people, they had card. And I was a little mad fellow. I used to buy because the color of the gray, anything color, say a dress or whatever, the color changes. After some time the color changes, which it is not. We cannot define it or say better it is shade. We say, oh, it is blue only. No, for washing this, that, and all that, the color changes. The cards were very important for us. We used to put the 18% gray card, take the exposure, and then shoot the film. So everything white is in its white place, black in its black place. Now, it's so important to know, even in your digital cameras or whatever it is, photography is not that digital or something like that. Just because it is digital and you can do whatever you want to do, or you will say, oh, it of mine. Sorry, I speak in Hindi. This I will do it in the Photoshop. No, you have to work in the field. Working in the field means what? Take the picture and a good picture. Then you can work on your Photoshop. So there is very little thing which you will do in Photoshop. You won't waste time. What you have to do is take a good picture in that environment that you are shooting. And not guy also. Now suppose there are very professionals also which I see. I want to take this. Right? This is the subject. I want to take this. So, kept here. But mobile is here, some clutter is here. The desk is not white, there's some dust. Professionals I'm talking about. I'm not talking about this. They set the camera and all. And so, there Mr. P.C. Dubash enters the showroom, studio, and what have you done? I have to take this picture. I say, yeah, but you could, what is this? Dust? What is this? You can move this? Huh? Don't worry. It is just a cutout. What? Just a cutout. You understand the cutout, no? They just, you cut it and all that. What? Why? You can move this. If this was here, you can move this. You can clean this table, move that, and take a good picture. Take a good picture. Now, if it is digital, then what you will do? And tack, you clean it. Tack, off it. Tack, you off it. Kitna time was it? How much time you have wasted? Not good. So, it is known as, what I mean to say is, you work in a field. Right? So, formally also, when you are printing, or the dodging and burning, you see, we have to do less. Because I've done a great job by keeping the blacks to blacks and whites to whites. Right? But suppose if I have not done it, then what I have to do? That white I will have to burn. So with I go on doing it. And I make a print, and there I lose my paper. So even after 10 papers, which I lose, which are expensive papers, right? And I get a picture. But if I've taken a good picture with white, black, very little. Okay, fine, I will jot it. One, that's finished. This is my timing. Just now what I acted as, this was my timing when I was printing black and white. Just that. I just see that on that. Okay, first I take a picture, the straight. Alright, I want to burn this is okay. Then sometimes with a hole like this, the light. Otherwise, I have the blackboard in which I just put a hole. Not a symmetrical hole, just a hole. That's all. Okay. Punch your head and then slowly burn out. Okay, dot. Finish. My print is there. I use only 2 or 3 pictures, not the whole box of 10 pictures. So you must do it. Now that was the dark room one. Now I will call it is a daylight dark room, not a dark room but a daylight room, because you are seeing it and you are doing it. So you will say, I want to add this, that, and you do it. Like in Photoshop, I do not know anything about Photoshop, but the thing is, they do it. So why do you want to do it? Why do you want to waste time? Take a good picture. Solve? Anything else? Come on. Anything else? What are you thinking? You got some question? No? You, young boy? You must have it. What is it? You know this camera? Huh? You know this? See how I'm involved, When I start, I do not know what I'm going to speak with. And I continue. Please, anyone? Yashika? No, it's not a name. Oh, Yankee? It's good. You look good. This gentleman, what should I tell you? He has an eye and is very good in Photoshop. He twists and turns. I was surprised to see him here. Tell me, what is this? No, nobody knows this type of cameras? Come on. No? Alright. Now, these cameras were known as field cameras. What was it known as? Field cameras. Field cameras means, and if you know how to use those field cameras, you will be able to take very, very good pictures, and you will know exactly as to what to take or what not to take, and what is your position with your all this SLRs, compact cameras, and all that. Why? That's actually speaking, it's the most basic camera which you must learn. Now, for that, some people should be very, very good. Though I can speak about those cameras, but if you give me that camera, in order to shoot, I will not be able to shoot anything. That's a real beauty of mine. But there are persons who are very good. Now, this one is field camera means what? This gentleman is saying something like, you turn, show me your left shoulder. Sure. Okay, fine. No, just idea. Okay. Now he's like this. My camera is over here. Now I'm just thinking, I said, no. Now I can't shift him, It's a building. Alright? But I want him to be absolutely straight like this. Square. So, and what we do is, I move now this is the back plate. This is my lens. The lens board and the back plate. Right? So I want to pull him out. So what to do? So what I do is I move this like this. The camera moves like this. The lens goes this way. And I pull his shoulder. Now he comes square, straight, straight. And when I've done it, straight. This is the position. Great, no? Huh? Without turning him, huh? You put his right hand towards and so he is there. And there are plenty of these. And over there also, in that, when we were talking about depth of field, and I was talking about the product photography, right? At an open aperture, that one. At an open aperture. Sorry. At an open aperture. And my camera is almost very close. Yeah. Everything will be sharp focus from here to here. Now how to get? Because of the camera movement. Camera, you want to take a building and you are very close, you can't take it straight. You have that known as dynamic compositions. You see? So you are going to tilt your camera, and you will get it up and then do it. So what will happen? The building will be this way. Right? The building will be this way. Right? If you are on the top of another building and if you want to take that building, then the building will be this way. Got it? The perspective. But here, in this field camera, I take it. First, I focus the last one. I go on with my throat on and on. So where I'm doing this is I'm raising the back of the field. The back. So then I did this. Then I try to come closer and focus the first one. Keeping that on my view, you know, they have the place. You don't have a viewfinder. You know, you see a big picture. And with a what you call the magnifier, that eyepiece magnifier, you get it? There. And I see, oh, it has gone out. As soon as it has gone out, now what do? Take my camera, the whole body of the camera, go a little behind, slightly. Then again I take it, then I try to focus this. Again I have to focus that, the last one. Then I focus this, right? And I see, oh fine. And that's slightly out of focus. Okay, very slightly out of focus. Okay, fine. Now this slightly out of focus is on a full aperture. And on those lenses, the full aperture is something like f4 or 5.6. Then I have to shoot. So I put it at f8 or better, but everything is fast focus. So those are known as field cameras. Or in my time, people will say, oh, do you have Sina? The Sina is the name of the company. The Sina. Because the field camera, the Sina P1, P2 and all that, those are the field cameras where you can move. You can move this way, you can move this way, and all. Right? Any questions? So these are known as field cameras. And then in the field cameras also, now according to what I see, the Technica. There's a Technica. And this Technica is the company known as Linear. Now these are known as graphic cameras. These graphic cameras were also used by good photographers when this what we call 35mm were also used. You know, and that graphic cameras also they had the back movement as well as the front movement of the lenses, and those you get this. Technica. This was Technica. And the field camera of this company, that is Linear, was known as Cardan. Kardan. Cardan. That was the field camera. So once you have mastered this, You do a very good job in photography. Why? Because you will know the lines of composition. Yes, sir, we went out from the line of composition. Not about the composition was concerned, and the lines are concerned. So you must take it graphically. Like you must know the lines which are moving. Say something like. Suppose if you want to shoot a street where this is a street. Okay? Huh? Now you want to cover the whole street. So if you stand here and take the street, okay, fine. It's a good shot, no doubt about it. But it doesn't speak much. It will speak if you will take it from here and see that you can see from here to here. All this. So the lines will be there and this one will go straight and this is, and you'll get a good picture like this. Rather than a center one, and so you see this way. This one you will see from here. And remember another thing, the best thing is always a diagonal. You must remember always your diagonal. Keep a diagonal. Now, this is your frame. Alright? This is your which frame? Horizontal frame? Aishwarya. What is this frame? Horizontal? Vertical. Very good. So this is V. Vertical. What is this? Vertical? Oh, horizontal. Sorry. Okay. Horizontal. Alright? Now, you people would like to, naturally, you people would like to take photographs at present of people, your family, your boys, your girls, your friends. And you want to take that nice good portrait, like head and shoulder shots or just one. So, when you do that, then only you will get a clear idea. Alright, and I'll make a little small one. Alright, now vertical. So it's natural because you have that focusing point, the focusing point in the center, right, of your camera. Did you understand that? The focusing point is in the center. Of course, in advanced one, then you can change your focusing point. Tuck, 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 it goes and it focuses on your side, center, up, down, whatever it is. But basically, it is the center, right? And you take a picture. Right? You like this? Who likes it? Come on now, you people don't help me. I want to learn from you people also. Do you like this? Or what is it? How one has taken this picture? The portrait. No? Alright, I'll see. You're not giving me any chance to help me out. I have to help you. Okay. This, see, there is almost an equal distance from here and here, and so it is right in the middle. This one also is almost an equal distance, right in the middle. But when you take this is your picture. This I will say good. It is not as the the rule of the thirds. Huh? And suppose if you want to, doesn't matter, you may have it will give you an impact. Don't worry about this. This is the empty space. So this will give you an impact. Got it? Huh? In the rule of the third. Now try to take a picture. You yourself can take a picture. Center it first. Any person, just center it. Like I want to take a picture, just center, and then I move it. I get this. Now come on. Now observe this, huh? Come, stand. You will have to do 1, 2, 3 sides, okay? Now think the frame. Of course, this will be a line. I won't be able to put my hand there, but this is the picture, okay? This is the center. I don't want you to be in the center. See, the center. But I want to give it. Got a picture? Got a picture? You see it in your frame. Lips are straight, either left or right. Either this or either this. Okay? No problem. Hey, idhar aao. See, the center is this. Okay? Right? Then, either this way, so it will give an impact. This way, it will give an impact. Got it? Sure? So you better now, after the whatever it is, some snacks and all that, show me the picture. Choose anyone. Choose a pretty girl also. Okay? And here, this I don't want. Okay? But this, it will be good. Got it? Or this. Leave a space. Leave a space. Fine? Give a hand. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So now you got it? Now you people visualize that. So which one do you like? But it's not necessary. This is what I'm showing you is the rule of the thumb. Rule of the thumb is okay. Basically, you see, when you go to the school, you see where you learn A, B, C, right? That's how you write. And when you sing, it's do, re, mi, do, re, mi. Okay? So the rule of our thumb, where this I've given to you. Then, if you want, even your center things, if you want to do it, you please go ahead and do it. It's a fine picture for you, not for the other. But as you have come to learn, so people will show you the thumb. That one aspect which I covered. Now, another aspect I would like to tell you, in order to take a very, very good picture, you must know as to what you want in that picture. In the terms of grey. In the terms of grey, because we say grey. Black is also grey. And white is also grey. Okay? But to make it very easier for you people, I would like to say black and white. Will it be okay? What do you prefer? Or should I go on the zones? No, I don't want to go under the zones. Alright? Zones are from 5, it is grey. Right? When you go to the 6, it opens up because it's slightly whiter. 7, slightly whiter. 8, whiter. 9, washed out. White. No details. Alright? So white and red. Now suppose if you have a white object to shoot by your all these cameras, whether it's digital or whether it is your conventional camera with the negative, what you will do? Now tell me. You point and your camera shows at 5.6 at 125. What does it show? 5.6 at 125. I'm pointing out the camera at that. Please come out. With a camera, somebody who has a good camera. Oh, right, good. Come on. Not you.
Good.
You, who are you? Every now and then you are just disturbing me.
Okay.
He is my great friend and a great artist also. I hope you know him. Huh? And very, very good in abstract photography. Yes, sir. You come out also. You prefer this? Okay. The east. Okay, fine. You better smile then. It's okay. What do you do? Oh, the shortcut.
Shortcut.
Hey, where's your camera? I'll not call you just like that. Yeah, come. You are going to take a portrait of it. Wait. Isn't that on? Yes. Hello. Sorry. Yeah, who is this? Mustafa. I'm just in a workshop. Huh? I'll give you a call again. Okay? How is it? Writing going on? Fine. Love to all. Okay. This huh? Now you hold the camera very nicely. Huh? And tell me what effect you shoot. Huh? Very good. 1.5. You are reaction. And no. You point it out on the right. Right? But what's the aperture? What's the shutter speed? No. You can't see it inside or what? Huh? 1 photo per second. Alright? Now put it on manual. Put it no manual. What manual? Okay, manual. Alright? Aperture was the same. Hold up aperture the same. No, wait. Wait. Listen to me. Alright? And that was 1 photo. Huh? Which is your next lowest shutter speed? Yeah, show me. You did manual. Let's show me your lowest shutter speed. No, it's not good. Yeah, what are you? Don't go fast. You shortcut. Come on, go ahead. You shortcut here. You shortcut here. One more. Alright, now you go down. Little. Still. Okay. Alright? Now you're going to shoot it like this. Doesn't matter, it shakes up, it and all that, it will not. Huh? And when you are focusing, you do that. Alright? अरे क्या आंसर मत कर यार आई विल शायद ना क्या करें ए डोंट शो इट वो करो दैट्स राइट इट्स ओके ऑलराइट नाउ he will show you as to what has happened. He is white. His auto focusing and auto this and whatever it is, as the camera has red, gray. Now, in order to make white, you open up. Either you open up your aperture or your shutter. Anything out of it. Now, this time he had 4, no? So, one moment. You have to get your hood properly. Just try to see. Huh? Look at this. Have I to show it to you or what? No, you must put it very thoroughly, otherwise you lend into a big shit. Because these are all expensive cameras, you know. Good? Yeah, I'll solve that problem. Let me talk to you. Alright, now he has shot on 1/4 of a second, which camera used his brains. So this white has become grey. Actually speaking, grey. Right? Then he shot almost 2 stop or just said 1.5 stop or something like that. Yeah? He opened his shutters. So instead of 1.4, he went to half second, half, and then he went again to 1 or something like that, whatever it is. Then he shot that. Therefore, the white will come white. Wherever, whether it is negative or whether it is your digital, so you have white. And if you have something black, then what happens? You underexpose by 2 stop. Rule of the thumb. Rule of the thumb. Please, give them hand. Please give them a good hand.
Sir, underexposed means you mean lessen the shutter speed.
Yeah, no, increase the shutter speed. Suppose if you want to shoot at a fixed aperture, say f8, right? If the black is black and according to the gray, your reading is a 1 centimeter per second. You go to 250. Increase the shutter speed because you are under exposing your picture from the normal one. Underexposed. So black is black, under. Black is black, under. Say it out, everybody. Under. White is white, over. Say. Yeah, I can almost hear also, so I know that you people are. Now, in transparencies which we are shooting, I'm just giving an example. Then again, you have to use the exposures are not this mechanical exposures. You have to think, and this is your best exposure. What is it? This one is your best exposure. What you want, and therefore you will be able to do it. Now the rule of the thumb is 2, as I said. Wherever you will read academically, as a 2 stops. 1, 2, 1, 2. So white under or over? Over. Very good. And then dark under. Super. You become a great photographer. So when you did it there, you judge for yourself. 2, if you go for the white over, you may find I have lost some details. So do it 1 stop. This is your composition, your exposure meter, which is the gray matter. So 1 stop. And I used to do it 1 stop in my transparency which we were shooting. Then in the transparency we used to use Kodak. It was known as Kodachrome. Now this Kodachrome, once again, as I told you about the black and white film, which is that ISO 400, which was known as the Tri-X by Kodak. You see, was a beautiful film. Depending upon how you process it, I get a beautiful pictures, blacks and whites and whites. At the same time, that Kodachrome. Now this Kodachrome, you have heard about National Geographic magazine?
Yes.
Right? You see the pictures, the print quality, right? Nowadays I do not know, but the print quality of your older magazines, vibrant. You will see greens, darker green. They may not be darker green over there in the natural form, but darker green, vibrant. So all the National Geographic photographers were told by the Kodak people, because the National Geographic people had their own laboratory to process Kodachrome. Now in the Kodachrome, how it was processed? It was not chemically processed. It was that they have to inject colors in it. That machine used to inject colors. Now that Ektachrome and all that, okay, you have that developer, you get it. But the Kodachrome and a special machine where they used to inject colors. And another thing, all the photographers were told to take their pictures one stop under. Whatever the exposure is, one stop under. Therefore, they can open out the colors. That's another aspect. Well, so what are you doing over here? You are retired now. Or you are waiting for something? Should I give you standing? Alright, anything else, sir? Please. I hope I. Okay. Yeah, sir. What is it? Anything, please go ahead. Yeah, I'm there. I'm not only there for you today, at this moment, or at this minute, or at this hour, but honestly, I would like to tell you, I will be very happy even afterwards, anytime, anywhere, I'm there to help you out. Okay? What about email? So one proposal he said by saying, I'll send you an email. I said, please don't send me the email, send me a female. Right, sir, I want, sorry, Radhika,
Why please?
please, come on,
No, we'll come on, we'll just, yeah.
come on.
So I think let's all give Prezi sir. I'm sure you not agree that it was very, very useful presentation. Actually, we never expected that we would have so long. It was a very, very wonderful moment for all of us. That he shared his experience. It was very, very practical. What I really appreciated is without all the PowerPoint and things like that, it was very down to earth and very useful. Right? So we'll have a small break for about 10 minutes maximum.
Oh, very good.
We have refreshments in the other room, okay? And also we can go to the washroom, things like that. And this, please assemble here within 10 minutes. Okay, we don't have much time.
And before that, I would like to say, yeah, you remember that Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, Mark Antony's speech? Yeah. What's that? Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I thank you for lending me your ears. I was very happy on it. Do something like that. And this is how they want. I think you must have seen this advertisement also. It comes on TV. Gadi soap and all that, you know. Nil Pandey. She's a Russian lady and she does all these things. Oh my goodness, how she does it, it's incredible. 2.5 hours, oh my goodness. I got tired shooting her. Nothing there, this is often, you know. This is near the school, that's your garden. My chaiwala. This is I call it as a potty tea party. I'm always there. And then people said, oh, this is Duble, eh? Your hotel Duble. It's Duble. This is one of my best shots. Because I love drinking. And there are some people, you know, when the sun downs, they offer me tea and coffee. I said, oh, this is not the time here. That's the one of your rooms to play. And that's a great fun. What she's done here and then, see, what she's doing here, she's like a silent times of the meditating. Poor fellow, I just met him and he lost his wife and I gave him the picture. These are the product shots. What do you think? How I must have taken? Have I used flashes? I don't think so. I've used flashes. No? Yes, help me now. Have I used flashes?
No.
No. Oh God. So I'm great. Eh? I've used my studio flashes. When you want to use a flash, you know, what happens is you must use it so subtly that it should not look that you have used flash. Even those that gully soaps and all that, I've used flash. So you can't, I just can't shoot that way, you know. There should be. So flash. So it should be absolutely as if you have not used. Otherwise, you come to know that one is shot with flash. This is that picture which you have seen now, the ripple, is something exquisite. You will never get it, but I do not know how I got it. You see? Otherwise, it's very difficult in order to shoot a ripple. Very, very difficult. Yeah, this I was doing a job for some kind of a resort, you see, and which you see now the bottles, they are empty, correct? Empty means there is no label and all that. They, on the Photoshop they did it, and as if I've shot all this thing. There's also the city walk people, you know, do their jobs. Then sometimes what's happened, you have to go a little off, so I went off. You know, the lighting and this and not a standard one, which is for advertising people, they like it, you see. So here I'm showing the back of the shoe also, and you know the background is a chair. Your executive chair and all that, just put it over there and have the backgrounds, you know. Hey, upside down, what is this? This is all in my studio flash and looks as if it has been shot in one light. Actually speaking, I have used 6 lights to light that. 6 studio lights. One here, one there, one here, what now? You know, all these photographs have been shot on the studio flash. This is just the curtains, because the Gadi soap people, they wanted me. So you just can't, all that Gadi soap that you have to shoot. No. I saw the concept, so I went all the way to the Dhobi Ghat. They can use this and they put Gadi over there. Their Gadi powder also they will put. They'll say that this has been washed by Gadi and all that. So it was 3 days which I was not paid. I was paid only for my assignment, where the studio flashes and all that. So they can use this. The way they want to use it, they will use it. This is our famous, and on the contrary, in Mumbai, if you visit Mumbai, this is a tourist center. It is known as the world's open air laundry. Now this one, see, I used this portrait, just 1.8, 1 point, fully open, and no flash, nothing. She wanted some photographs. I said, okay, fine. She has not taken it also. I don't know why she has not taken it. This one was in your, there's an art school over here in Pondicherry, and she was the model. This gentleman is the professor, and they have done this, the Last Supper, in newspaper. Newspaper cutting, the collage. Oh, you know this gentleman now. And this is Mr. Rajendra, he is doing something.
The professor name.
Rajarajan. What is
Rajarajan.
Rajarajan. He has become a great man, so he has forgotten me. There are streets. This fellow is going and looking at what is wrong. This is Pondicherry. The Ironman. Francois Marthe Street. Desert Doli. This was taken in Delhi for Max Mobile. Max, M-A-X-X. So these are all offhand shots, you know, to cover what they are doing, what they are not doing and all that. And that was the bike. It's not an intruder. It's a beautiful bike, no doubt about it. Not, this was the shots. Actually, this was the shot. Now, as I told you, take a picture. Don't worry about it. So, I will show you it. So, what is it? Like, These are good pictures. Okay, fine. They have used these pictures. All right. This was a scheme by saying that these people that they are giving him something and they are giving him a mobile. Now, here also, I specially kept that man, the lady over there, because otherwise this was looking drab. If you shut this, then it is drab. This as a depth. Understood? Huh? These people are examining, and the people, the assistants and all that, they're going behind and there. These are the shots. Now, another thing you must also remember, I must capture the shot, otherwise I'm going to lose the moment of their expression, otherwise I would have moved those tripods or stands and all that, move it. No. But nowadays, because we are lucky to have that, what you call, this is for the Bluetooth. We are lucky because in Photoshop you can cut. And I believe there is Photoshop known as CS6. And in CS6, what you do is, you have taken a picture like this, okay? You don't see this chair. In that Photoshop, you can move me and you can see this, see the chair. It's wonderful. I don't know how it does. It does. That was their mobile. Now, this has been shot. Again, you will say that I have not used flash, but yes, I have used flash. You must be very, what you call, very careful in order to see that the picture, whether you take it in flash or available light. It should be good, and people must not know whether you have used a flash or not. All these things were shot with one light. And how to do that one light? You put, say, the product which you see. Give me the button, please. Throw. Now suppose it's like this, and as you shoot it from the top, put your light like this. For you people, you see like this, just like this, and you have a reflector or thermocol here. That's all. And it should steam. Right? It is known as, sorry, you didn't see. So this is the light, and here you put the reflector. And another thing, one thing I would like to say, this is comment. Well, I'm sitting down and somebody is taking my portrait. So usually what people they do is, they have the studio light, and that's straight coming on to my face. They put it there. Right? Now that is known as what? Quantity of light. So we don't want the quantity of light, we want the quality of it. That's why those pictures were there. Now how? Naturally, you see, I'm sitting down here, my photographer is here, and he'll put the flash directly on my face, isn't it? Whether it is an angle or and me, what will happen is, imagine that this is the light. And this is my flash gun, flash gun, or you call it a soft box and run that. So normally we'll put like this, so that light falls here. Right? You understood now? Now, crack people like me, and instead of doing this, what I will do is, I'll see the light and turn as if I'm taking Mr. Yankee. But the light falls on. So I'm skimming Or you can say this is feathering the light, what I'm scheming. So now this becomes the quality of light. Right? This becomes the quantity of light. That makes a hell of a difference. Thank you. A hell of a difference in taking a good photograph. Otherwise, you'll see the patch is white patch, you know, whether it is a dark screen or a white screen, and it will be washed out. So you have to scheme the light. You have to see as to how natural the light falls on your subject. Ready? Hi, very good. Now, as you have seen it, sometimes after my lady Radhika, if there is any questions on the pictures or something like that, I'll be here for the whole night. Don't worry. Thank you. Thank you very much. And it was nice meeting you people. I love Monday and I love awesome people of Monday. And you are the one.